Alrighty guys, just give me a sec here. Dang it, what the heck? Well, it was working. Anytime. There we go. Hey there everyone, it's Val, and welcome back to Shroud of the Avatar, The Labors of Valentine. And hello to Greaterator and Kiba. Kiba, who's everywhere. Kiba is on Twitch, Kiba is on YouTube, and Kiba is watching on Beam. Woohoo! Welcome to the stream to both of you. And I may have to mute. I'm having a bit of a sneeze fest right now, which is also what helped delay me getting started. I hate this. Why couldn't I have had my sneeze fest half an hour ago? That would be lovely. Alright, so I left this on this screen here so that I could show you guys when you do sell something. You get a little pop-up here, so not only do you have something in the game that comes up, but you also have this pop up. And if it works, if it was working properly last time, the one that I sold in stream, and that I did notice in the chat box, when I logged in the next time, it brought one of these little boxes up as well. So as long as it continues to work that way, you don't really have to worry about missing the fact that you sold something. So it looks like the proceeds can be collected at the bank in central Brittany. That's lovely. I have no idea where the bank is in central Brittany. So, we can see if we can find it. And I increased the price a little bit because I realized I'd priced it at the same thing as what a Patty was selling the short bow for. So since this is a more desired one, I did increase it slightly, but still less than what seems to be a Patty's rule of thumb, which is twice the amount listed in the tooltip. So, because this was for somebody who's starting out, so hopefully that's who Emerald Soul is. Alright, I think I must sound a little bit congested, because I sound congested to me, so... Obviously, I'm allergic to some things, and occasionally I react to them, although usually I've had the good fortune to not do it just before I was going to start the stream. Could be worse. I could have that annoying buzz that happens once in a blue moon. So every time I talk, I have this little sort of hum in my voice. It makes me sound like I'm insectile in nature. It totally creeps my husband out when my voice does that. And, let's see, I've got a number of auto-hosts, but one of them is Greaterator, so you're here, so thank you very much for the host, Greaterator, I appreciate that. And on Beam, Kiba is hosting me as well. Greaterator's hosting me on Twitch, just to be clear. And Henya, I'm gonna mispronounce your last name, Fule? Fules? Not sure. I'll say Henya Fules, and you can tell me if I mispronounce that. Welcome to the stream on YouTube. Alright, so I planted a big whack of, well, for me, a big whack of cotton. I'm actually going to contribute some of that to Nick as a thank you for the fabulous armor that he made me. Because he apparently is in need of some cotton for something, so... I would have bought more seeds, but I couldn't afford more than that. Now, you'll notice that I've collected 3 garlic for every one of those. Right now, my testing indicates that once you planted your garlic, you plant it with a bucket of water, and then you immediately water it once after, and then you can leave it. It takes a day to grow, but this does not seem to be true of all seeds. And in fact, I have a question in on the forums asking if this is meant to be, that you don't actually have to water it again, because you could water it a third time if you got here 18 hours after you planted it. But my testing shows that that third watering is totally pointless. It doesn't do anything to the garlic, so there's no point in doing it. So I now have 30 garlic, and I cleaned up my inventory a little bit more, so that I'm not quite so full. Right. Let me look at my to-do list for the stream. You're hosting me here as well. Well, thank you very much, Kiba. On Twitch. So Kiba's hosting me 2 places. Wow. Kiba really is everywhere. Okay. So it looks like the first thing on my timed to-do list is at 4 o'clock. I've got some things, some testing plants and stuff like that that I need to collect or actually water on a particular schedule, and I will talk about that when 4 o'clock comes around. It also appears that I was hoping that my impression was incorrect, or that maybe sometime they'd change it, but still, as of R35, you have to visit the Oracle at least 24 hours after the last time you visited. And since the last time I visited was about 7 o'clock or so last night, I didn't want to start the stream at the Oracle like I normally do because there was no point. I couldn't actually get anything from it. And Tex, hello! Welcome to the stream on Twitch. I did totally mispronounce it, Hangyo. Well, I'm very sorry. Oh, but Kiba the Barbarian is a busy barbarian and has to run off. Well, thank you, Kiba, for hosting me and stopping by to say hi everywhere. I do appreciate that. And I hope real life lets you come back later. You take care now. Bye. Alright, so you can see I've been harvesting some things. I got a few bananas, we got some apples. Let's see. I also did a little bit of mining, etc. But we're not going to do any of that right this minute. Oh, you're cleaning your house up. Oh, that sucks. You have my sympathies. Alrighty, so let's have a look at the skill tree. So I did some reading on the forums. I did some experimenting of my own, and as you can see, my pooled experience is back up. It was down around 5k, now it's up to about 12, almost 13. And they made a change in R35 that was actually something that they had intended to do back when we went into persistence. So my early experiences with how experience was applied was not the intended experience. So when it changed in R35 and I started going, what the heck? Why is this what is going, all of that? Well, that's why. Because my experience changed because they changed a mechanic that they had intended to do but forgot. Which is unfortunate, but I won't go into that. You can read about it on the forums yourself. I want to explain as best I can how pooled experience works. And I'm saying as best I can because I'm not 100% certain I understand it correctly. I think I do, but I have not been able to find an actual dev post that outlines precisely how it works. So it's possible that dev post exists, but if it does, it's an older one that I couldn't find. So take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. I think it's correct, but I can't guarantee it. You'll watch my VODs later, Kiba? Well, that sounds fair. Alright. So this applies to both adventuring pooled experience and crafting pooled experience. Apparently, what happens if I practice a skill, like if I have subterfuge, this set to train, and I used silent movement, you'll see the bar bump up. See, it went up a little bit there. And what it did, as you can see, it pulled a certain amount of experience from my pool, because I had 12,808 or something like that, and now it's below that. Well, how much of that pooled experience is drawn when I use a skill depends on how much is in my pool. And there's some sweet spot in the pool which I have not been able to figure out how to calculate or to find anywhere except for the hint that it changes as you level up and in your skills. So as you get more experience, the pool that you need to keep is, I'll explain what I mean by that in a moment. The pool that you need to keep becomes higher. But I have no idea how to figure out what that is. Okay, so what I mean by the pool you need to keep. Apparently, and like I said, I'm hoping I'm understanding this correctly because a lot of this is gleaned from hints that made me go searching deeper based on what people had said in the forums. The amount of experience that is applied when I use a skill is 1/10 of 1% of my current pooled experience, up to a maximum. So let's say the ideal amount is 1,000 experience in your pool. So as long as I have 1,000 experience or more in my pool, then I will get 1/10 of 1% of that pool applied to this skill to level it up. So that means I make using fewer skill uses, I can level up this skill. So instead of so by maximizing the amount of experience going into it, I don't have to use it as many times to get the same benefit. 1,000 is an example. I don't think it's 1,000. I think it's higher than that, but I don't know what it is for my current experience level in the game. I don't know what it is. But if you are under that ideal amount, then you get less applied to your skill. But how you tell what the ideal amount to have in your pool, I have no idea. And the only way I could think to do it is by doing little calculations and saying, well, I have this much in here and I got that much on my skill. Let's turn it off. Let's go get a bunch more experience and then turn this back on and see if it moves the same amount of pixels, which seems kind of silly to me. But it is what it is. Because if you draw this pooled experience down to 0, which is why I was so concerned about it the last time I was streaming because it kept dropping, then you are basically not going to be able to advance in any of the skills that you're using at all until you build that back up. And there's another effect, which I'll talk about in a minute. So, there's this ideal amount of pooled experience you should have in your pool. I wish I knew how to tell what it is, but at least we know it exists. And you might ask, well, how does that affect crafting? That can affect crafting a lot more than you would like. To start with, if you don't have that ideal amount in your pool, then you are going to be using up a lot more materials to advance the same skill, the same amount. So let's say, for example, the ideal amount of pooled experience for my current skill level in crafting is 100,000. It means that I'd be using twice as much materials in order to advance the skill the same amount with my current pool. But if I got it up to over 100,000, let's say 120k, then I would use less resources for the same amount of skill gain. So for a crafter, and considering how hard it is to collect things and how long it takes, that's a big deal. And that's why I spent this time explaining all this to you, all my understanding, because if you want to do crafting, you need to know this. Or you're going to be spending a lot more time gathering resources or a lot more cash buying it. You're going to use up a lot more resources. And I will touch briefly on, I said I wasn't going to, but I will touch it on it briefly. The issue to do with the change that was made, that was supposed to have been made 2 months ago, when they went, or in July when they went to persistence. Apparently, and the amount of experience that is being applied from your pool to your skills was quadrupled prior to persistence. So for every time you did a crafting creation, you got 4 times the skill gain out of it. What that in effect means is that people who are lucky enough to be playing in the first 2 months will use 1/4 of the would have used 1/4 of the crafting materials that I now need to use in order to see the same skill level as they are. That is not a good thing. I think that's a big issue that they're gonna. It's gonna cause them a lot of bad press, basically, if they don't do something about that, because it means people that are GMs right now in crafting skills, it's gonna be really hard for anybody to get to GM now and compete with them. They're sitting pretty, and it's not their fault. They didn't know what was going on here, so I'm not saying anything against the people that use the mechanic as it existed then. But the fact that we now know it was not intended, that it should have been removed, yeah, that I'm glad that the developers were open about the fact that that was the case. But I hope they will do something to address it, because as it is, the playing field is definitely not level anymore. New crafters have a steep mountain to climb. That the earlier people did not have and will not have. Okay, now, I said that I was going to talk about the fact that you want to, about the pooled experience here going to 0. Okay, not only will you not get skill gains, you need to care about this if you die. And everybody doesn't plan to die, at least usually, but it can happen. As of R35, skill decay has been implemented. Now, before you panic, it doesn't mean all your skills decay all the time. It only is a penalty that only applies on death, and it only applies to adventuring skills, not crafting skills. So crafting skills, don't worry about that. Adventuring skills, however, you do need to care about. What it does is it will take, and I'm hoping I'm getting these numbers right. If it's been 4 hours or more since the last time I died, and I die, I will lose 0.04% of the experience that has been applied to my skills, from my skills. And, of course, figuring the code for figuring out which things lose what, nobody knows. It wasn't addressed in the post. Except for the fact you do have control over the fact that, like, for example, this one is training. Obviously, it would. I'm telling it, don't lose it. So if I die, it's instead of taking the experience off of this skill, it's going to draw it from the pool. And that's why it's important not to have your pool at 0, not only because you're not getting any skill gains, not the least, you're not getting them at the optimal level, but you are also, if you die, you're going to have the skill experience coming off of your skills instead of out of this pool. And that's going to impact, basically you're going to lose some progress. That's more visible than if it came from here. However, it's not always 0.04%. If it's been under 4 hours since you died, let's say I died an hour ago and then I die again. Well, that second death is going to cost me 0.01% rather than 0.04%. So 1 hour it's 0.01, 2 hours it's 0.02, 3 hours it's 0.03, 4 hours and above it's 0.04. So it never gets higher than that. But you do need to know about it now because it does exist where it didn't previously. Alright, so I think that's enough talking about mechanics. If you have any questions in chat, go ahead and put them in and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. But I wanted to explain this perhaps in too great a length. But I wanted you to understand what I understand currently about how this experience works, because it's very important. It impacts your decisions about what you're going to do and when. And as for that, speaking of what you're going to do and when, in order to get my pooled experience growing, I had to literally shut off all but one skill in training. So the only thing I'm currently training is... Oh, did I shut that off too? I think... No, wait, sorry, that's fire. I was currently just training this because I thought, well, I'd like to get this so I'm doing a little bit more damage with the sun damage. But I've had to turn everything else off so it's not training. Otherwise, my pool was draining down instead of slowly increasing. And I'm killing yellow critters, which are supposedly a little slightly above my level. They're a threat. But I'm still learning too much at a time. I have been able to turn... I could still see a small gain if I also turned on strength, which I had on for a little bit. You can see that it's on this list here because I did increase it a little bit. I wanted to be able to carry more stuff. But for now, I've got it turned off. So I don't know if this is a factor of the change between R34 and R35, or if I've just reached the level of adventurer, like if you were to aggregate all my skills together and give it a level. I'm not sure if I've just reached that sweet spot where suddenly I have to start specializing. But in any case, the fact that it suddenly changed for me, whatever the cause, if you have been playing an R34 and are now playing an R35, you should be aware of it too, because you're going to have to take care of your skills so that your pooled experience doesn't drop too low. I'm going to try to get this up to about 20 or 30,000 as a minimum right now. Like I said, I have no way to tell what that ideal number is. And if anybody does know, I'd love to know what it is so that I can share it. I could not find the information. There is a command you can use called stats that will, it says recording stats to chat log file, and that will throw all your stats into the chat log file in a totally unreadable format. However, there is a nifty tool called SotA HUD, and if you search on the forums for it under player resources, on the Shroud of the Avatar forums, you can find that, and that will actually pull your stats out into a readable format. And I looked through all of those things in there, and I couldn't find anything pertaining to the ideal amount of pooled experience, so I don't know. And Jackie Boy on Twitch, hello, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Yours is 250k. You're talking about your pooled adventuring experience? That's your ideal level to keep in there? And I know that there's a level that you can see in the stats, so they do some magical trickery and give you a level. Like mine was like 25 or 27, but it's like a pseudo level to me because they're doing some kind of aggregate of all your skills. It needs to be about 500k before you turn your skills on. Now, what do you know, Jackie, if it changes based on your level, like the impression that I've gotten is? Because that 250k or 500k is useful to know if I know what your level is too, if I'm correct that it increases as you go up in quote level. Now, if it was something simple like take your quote level that is recorded to your stats file and multiply that by 1,000, so, or 10,000, like just a number. So if I'm level, and I put quotes around the word level, if I'm level 25 and I multiply that by 10,000, then that would give me the 250,000 minimum pooled experience I should have in there, which I'm obviously a little bit shy of. But, I mean, if it was something like that, if some kind of math like that somebody had figured out, then that at least would be simple to, once you know about it, keep track of. But hopefully Jackie Boy can provide us a little more information about how he picked that number. That would be awesome. Okay, you're saying the more they have in the pool, the more the skill draws from it, and the faster the skill goes up. Now, that's true, but I thought there was a maximum. That at some point, and I thought that was like 0.1% or something like that. That there is an upper limit. Which means once you're above that upper limit, you're getting the maximum you can get. Or am I misunderstanding about there being an upper limit from your experience? And so, just to clarify what I mean by upper limit is, if the upper limit is 1,000, and I have more than 1,000, then the amount that I have over 1,000 is not included in the calculation for how much experience to draw every skill use. Because that's the number I'm interested in. I want to know what that maximum is. Because then that would mean that if you would not want to let your pooled experience drop below that, particularly if you're a crafter. And as I explained earlier, that's because you're going to be using more materials in order to level up if you don't have that sweet spot as a minimum of a crafting experience in your pool. Right. And you're not sure. Okay. Well, I'll continue my research and see if I can find out more information to pass on to you guys, but you just try to keep it way up. Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to try to do too, but, you know, it would be good to know, like even a rough estimate, like I said, if it's something, it doesn't have to be down to the experience point, you know. Even just a calculation like I gave earlier, like 1,000 times your level, or 10,000 times your level as reported in the stats log. Even something like that would help. Yeah, there isn't a lot of information about the game. I mean, I know that they're changing things, refining things, tweaking things, but as a player and someone who likes to test and report bugs, it's kind of helpful to know how things are supposed to be working, which means you need the information. For example, there's a thing that I found with the growing of garlic, and I don't know if it's a bug or if it's intended, because the information, I couldn't find any information about what is the intent, and you kind of need to know that as to help them find issues. We need the information, and well, it's not there. And that's why I hesitate sometimes in reporting bugs, because I don't know if it's a bug. It could be my user error, especially as I'm new to playing it. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong. I don't know. But if I had a place to go that says, well, it should be working like this, I could say, obviously I found a bug because I did exactly that, and I didn't have happen what was supposed to be. But without the information, you just can't do that. And I think they're probably not getting some bugs reported by the non-Dev Plus people, because they don't, us rank and file, as it were, don't know how things are supposed to work. And hello, Stefan. Oh good, she's heading towards the windowsill, which means she's not going to stop and meow into the mic. That doesn't mean she won't complain when she's up in the windowsill, though. She usually makes a comment or two. Alright, so let's see if we can find the central bank here in central Brittany. You know, rather than wander around aimlessly like the way I usually do, I think I'm just going to quickly pull up, assuming I can find it. That's not what I wanted. Where is it? There it is. The SotA map for central Brittany, and pray that the NPCs are listed on it, because if they're not, then we're going to wander aimlessly looking for the bank. Unless Jackie Boy knows where it is, or somebody else. Some of the places I know. Central Brittany is... It is so confusing to me. It's like this rat's nest of a city. Which is awesome, because it makes it feel like a real city. Because a real city, as it grows, would have grown haphazardly in different directions and at different times, and it would be a rat's nest. It doesn't make it any easier to find things, though. Yeah, no, there's absolutely nothing on SotA map that's going to help me. Okay, well... I'm going to say that it's probably on the Central Avenue. I mean, that would make sense, because when we go up to the castle, when you go up that hill through that big gate up there, we find the public vendor, and we find some other things that the adventuring trainer, etc. So it's possible the bank is in that area. So let's go have a look and see if that is in fact the case or not. Because I need that money. I'm so broke. I mean, I've got about 2,000 gold sitting on the public. Well, actually, some are sitting on the public vendor, and some of it's sitting on the guild vendor with purchase orders for wood. I'm starting to think somebody, either in the stream or somebody really desperate, used my test purchase order to sell me some wood. Like I said, maybe somebody was helping me test. I think I went the wrong way. Dang it. I think we're supposed to... dang it. Okay, let's go back this way. I went up the wrong road. And if I don't go back to the beginning and start there again... Okay. Is it up here? No. Okay. Anyway, because it's been up there for about 4 or 5 days and not one single batch has been fulfilled, so I'm assuming that my the value that I put on the wood scraps is probably too low, and nobody wants to sell it to me. You're in game right now if I want to get my XP up. Well, I appreciate that, Jackie boy. The offer is very much appreciated. I am playing in friends only mode. Yeah, okay, I needed to go up this way. That's where I went wrong. I am playing in friends only mode, and right now the only people that I'm adding to my friends list belong to one of 3 groups. Special guests, and I might add you in that category for a brief time in order to take advantage of your offer. That's what I'm hesitating about. Special guests, Society of Squirrels members, and as a perk for my patrons. And that's why I'm hesitating, because it's a perk for my patrons to be able to be seen on the stream and play with me. And as much as I want to take advantage of your that offer, I don't know if I want to dilute their perk by accepting it. But I do appreciate the offer very much. So, see, there's the public vendor. So you would think the bank would be nearby, right? We've got the groceries merchant here. I know there's an adventuring trainer around here somewhere. Oh, I also forgot my cat. Meow. Okay, like I said, I really do appreciate the offer, Jackie. And man, I'm tempted to take to accept, but I don't think I should, because I want to keep the perk from my patrons special. So because yeah, getting the experience up by yourself really is slow. If you hunt with somebody who's higher level, and they do most of the work, you still get the 70%, I think, of the experience if you're a group with one other person. And yeah, I'm not seeing a bank. Oh well, I'll have to find it another time. Dang it. You know, and these travelers, I really wish they would learn to walk on one side of the road instead of down the center, because it doesn't matter where you run past them. Unless you get through the gate first, you're going to be stuck in treacle trying to get past them. Alright. Oh, Smoker! I don't suppose you know where the bank is, do you? Dang it. Alright. The only other place I can think to check is down by the docks. But I mean, this is a big city. You would think the bank would be not down in the slummy type dock area, but more in the upscale mercantile type area. Oh well. I'll have to live without that money until I find it. Well, thank you, Jackie boy. I appreciate that. Alright, let's go to the overhead map. Oh, yes, one other thing I wanted to talk about, and the reason that I'm spending the time doing this is because last stream I kept grumbling and moaning about why was this different? What was going on? Was I doing something wrong? What did when I was hunting and getting not just the getting experience, but the fact that I was having a lot more trouble with the critters than I had before. I know that there were some corrections made with how crits worked, but I didn't think that would have been enough to significantly alter the experience. But there was actually one other factor, and the two together probably contributed to the fact that I felt like I was overrun by critters all the time. They increased the spawn rate in scenes. I guess to accommodate groups. Unfortunately, as a solo, mostly a solo person, that means whenever I go into a scene, since it's tuned more for a group now, by the time, as you saw last time, by the time I do manage to kill something, in a group and clear out the area, I go to harvest a node and they're already coming back and harassing me, so it's much, much more difficult to actually collect resources now when you're by yourself. And you're in an appropriately leveled area, i.e. you're hunting yellow things. That's why I was having so much trouble. Because it wasn't my imagination. There was something different. Now, I have to admit, my favorite thing right now, and there's one right there, are bandits on the road, because once I clear them out of a zone, it's nice and quiet, and I can loot it to my heart's content. Come here, bud, I want to kick your ass. So I look forward to them adding more types of road encounters, because right now I've only seen the 3. And let's get into attack mode, please. Thank you. Where's the ass hat? Shoot him! Shoot him in the face! Okay, not the face, maybe the chest. Hi, guys! Oops. Okay. Okay, dang it, I got another one. I didn't mean to collect another one. And I'm in a mode that is being a problem. Sun's going down. Let's see how much damage we can do that. I know it stops me when I do that. Okay, if I could get rid of one of these guys, that would be lovely. Okay, excuse me, excuse me. Okay, we're starting to drop them. This is good. Situation is becoming contained. Excuse me. Okay. Let's take a brief moment to breathe. Turn on a light because I can't see, and I'm sure neither can you. Thank you. I know the bandits can see me easier, but it's worth it. Okay, so we still have a few left. And let's get out of this mode so that we can heal up a little faster before we get the guys that we know are up there. Now, part of the reason I also like this particular scene is it's the only place I currently have where I can get gold. You don't get a lot of gold. I'm not talking about the gold coins, I'm talking about the ore. You don't get a lot. It's usually between 1 and... one time I actually got 4 spots of gold, so it's between 1 and 4. Possibly, I suppose there's a chance of you getting 0, but you can actually get a little bit of gold ore out of this scene, which is nice. Especially as you can't find these encounters everywhere, so it's not like it's an easily farmable resource, it's just a nice bonus when you do manage to find it. Alright, am I healed up? I'm healed up. Actually, before I do that, let's have a snack. Want to have a snack yet? No. Well, let's not have a snack. Alright. Okay. Didn't mean to do that. Alright. I know there's 3 of you lot up there. See if I can get attention of somebody. Hi! Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Why are you guys taking the long way around? I'm right here. Okay, I'm afraid if I go any further, he'll run away. Like, reset. Okay, we got him. There should be one more up here. There we are. Hi, bud. Have an arrow to the knee. And die in a fire. Well, one day that'll work better. That's why I'm training it. Now, oops, that's another one I might press here. And so, as you can see, my pooled experience has gone up some. Even though, and these guys are yellows, so only can train one thing at a time right now, or two if you don't do it for too long, and still gain a little bit of a bonus to your pool. Instead of draining that sucker dry. Alright, what is in the chest today? Are we going to get one piece of spider silk? Come on. Okay, why can't I open this chest? I think you can't open it until all the bandits are gone. Is there another bandit around here I missed? Maybe. Well, I'm not seeing anybody else. That was a rude arrow to the knee. Yes, hang ya. But bandits, they just bring out the rudeness in me. John is a new member of Slurs Forest and the Guild. Alright. Now, I know that I seem to remember reading something about these being made so you can't loot them until all the asshattery has been taken out of the scene, i.e. all the bandits. So this kind of implies to me either there has a bug occurring, there has been a bug occurring right here, or there's a bandit somewhere that's alive. I don't think that rabbit is causing a problem somehow. I mean, I can go ahead and shoot the rabbit, but I don't think it's the issue. You'll come back as a barkeep. Oh, probably. Goodbye, bunny rabbit. Thank you. I don't know if ass hats can fall through the scenery. I know that in EverQuest you could have things fall through the ground and they would still be alive and still affect, you know, critter counts, etc. See, here's one of those Gouldor I was talking about. And I'm not sure if the same is true here. Or I guess what I'll do is just wondering if I should report it as a bug or not. I think I'll wait and see if it happens again. It may just be, you know, a one-off thing. Because it's the first time it's happened. So I usually like to try to see if I can provide more information about a bug, like how to reproduce it, to make it easier for things to get fixed. Because as someone who has done bug hunting in programs in the past, I know that if somebody just says, This isn't working without any additional information. It usually unless you get lucky, you are not going to find out what the problem is. Sometimes you find it, but 90% of the time you spend a lot of time that's very basically wasted, fruitless, because you don't know where to look. Now, well, I would have liked some trees. That would have been nice. You got a little bit of cotton here. Oh, there's a tree. That's good. One thing that kind of puzzles me as well is, why does your character have to go to a specific point on the bush or tree to harvest it? Why can't I just harvest it from wherever I happen to be as long as I'm close enough? I mean, the only thing I can think is that the animation, for whatever reason, isn't reproducible in 3 dimensions, so you have to be facing a particular direction for it to work, which, again, seems kind of odd to me. Oh, looks like I'm going to have to explain to John how my friends list works. So, I'm never quite sure how to put this. Okay. Hopefully that gets my message across. Not trying to be a jerk. Okay. Alright, see if there's any... Oops. I need that light. I can't see anything without it. I'm blind. Okay, there's not one there. So I think we found 2 bits of gold so far. Hi, rabbit. Bye, rabbit. That's assuming the other person is also playing in friends only mode, but I'm not going to... Unless he asks a question, I'm not going to explain that further. That's another gold? Yep, there's the 3rd one. I think that's the 3rd one anyway. Gold. Yeah, so I think I found 2 so far. This will be the 3rd one. Okay, let's see. Right, got another tree over here. And this is why I like this scene, because once I've controlled the scene by getting rid of the ass hattery, I can now run around and harvest to my heart's content without worrying about getting my ass unexpectedly chewed off because I'm harvesting something. And since you have to just have the luck to find an encounter that isn't too hard along the road, I don't think it's not something that's exploitable, but it does make it so when you see an encounter on the road, it's like, yes! If you're a crafter that is, yes, I want that! Come here, you asshat! Yeah. I hope John didn't take what I said the wrong way. Don't mean to be a jerk. Doesn't mean I won't group up when I'm not streaming and, you know, do things. I just gotta keep it special for you guys for when I'm streaming so that it is an actual perk. Okay, I think I can't remember if I looked around the Bandit Rock or not. I think we pretty much got everything out of here though. So this time round we managed to get 3 gold ore. Did I luck out and get a 4th one? No, I did. I lucked out and got a 4th one. 4 gold ore. And I can't remember if I checked you. Probably did, but just... Oh. Come here, rabbit. I can practice my butchering skill on your behind. Which is the only reason I'm killing the rabbits. And the fact they're used in a recipe, so 2 reasons. They weren't used in a recipe before, but they are now. And we'll do another check of the box just to see if it is now available for collection. I'm hoping. I mean, not that there's much in there, I just... You know, one time they might actually have tweaked it, or I might actually get lucky. Hi, rabbit. Yeah, the loot, I think, needs to be a little more, because out of the 5 times I've been in this particular scene, 4 of the... this is the 5th time. Ah, it's ready. Okay, good. Apparently just the... Okay, this is... Okay, now I can say 3 out of the 5 times there have been 1 piece of 1 reagent in the box. The other 2 times, including this one, there's been 3 items, all of which adds up to very little. They're very poor bandits. It would be nice if once in a while they had a little bit more there. But okay, so it was just the timer hadn't expired yet, even though I thought it ought to. Right, back out on the road, and I've heard a rumor that there are more ass hattery afoot at night. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, we might get lucky and find some more bandits. I wouldn't mind the stag scene either, actually. The skeleton scene, yeah, that's not our scene. We'll be going the other way. The last rabbit had the key. Okay, if this is what I think it is, we're going to be thrown back into the same scene. And this has happened a 2nd time, so I think I can go ahead and report this as a bug. I will not... There are no bandits here. It's the same scene. Oh, there's a new rabbit. Oh, this is the wrong side. I'll take the rabbit, but... I missed the rabbit. Okay, that is an illusionary rabbit. Obviously, because how could I possibly miss twice in a row something that's 5 feet away from me? Alright, if I miss this one too, then I'll know... I can also report... fake rabbits. Okay, they're not fake rabbits. Apparently I just suck at hitting them at the moment for some reason. Okay. But yeah. There's another tree, though. Okay, we are going to collect the goods that are here because, well, it happened. But, yeah, okay. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, even though I would prefer not to do this in stream, I think I need to do a bug on it because I might as well show the process for doing that. And as well... Okay, so there is no chest. No chest at all. No, this is a different scene. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is the skeleton scene, isn't it? There is no bug. Okay, well, we're going to carefully collect what we can here, because this is an actual scene where we can do that. It's not a bug. At least I'm pretty sure it's not a bug. Hi, rabbit. I'll get you later. We're going to collect it from over here, and then we're going to see if it's a skeleton scene. Once I collect the goods, we're going to go the other direction because they kick my butt right now, unless they changed it. I mean, we could give them a few shots and see if it's still the same. But if we walk over there and 6 skeletons pop up, then yeah, it's the same one. It's always handy when rabbits carry keys, isn't it? I think what confused me is this scene looks very similar to the bandit scene. It's the only thing that's different that I can tell, really. Like, they even have the rocks in the same places, so they obviously are using the same template. It's just for the skeleton they've added that circle. So maybe I won't avoid the skeleton scenes then if I can actually gather some resources in it. As long as I don't irritate the skeletons too soon. Because it looks like you can get gold here as well. There's gold in them there hills. And I want it. Can't use it yet, but I want it. I kind of wish, and I know somebody in the forum, in my reading spree over the last 2 days, mentioned something to that effect, that it would be really nice if the skeletons weren't all batched in one group like that. So either you have to be high, much higher level than them to not have a problem with them, to have a chance of killing them all. Because when you have, even if you're higher level in something, if there's enough of them in you, then yeah, it's still difficult. Or if they kind of need to spread them out a bit, so it, so they're still tough, but not, you don't have to get to the point where they're individually a breeze before you can take on the group. If they're broken into, say, 2 groups of 3 or 1, or however, I think there's 5 or 6 of them there, I'm not sure the exact count. Anyway, 2 batches of them. Like the bandits. The bandits, basically, you have 1 group of 4 and 1 group of 3. Unless you accidentally run into the other group when you're trying to evade the first group and kill them from a little bit of a distance. But the point is you can take them on. Not the skeletons, though. I mean, unless, of course, the skeletons are supposed to be, like, something that only the highest levels can take on, in which case it'd be nice if there's a little red skull over their head or something. Otherwise, someone who was really new? Yeah. They wouldn't even survive checking out what the scene was about. I've got really nice armor, courtesy of Nick. And if it weren't for that, the last time I checked out the skeleton scene, I probably would have been dead then, too. Okay, throat. Now is not the time to start acting up. Okay, so they're over there. You can see one right there. Standing up, but it's the only one standing up. There's actually like another 5 or so lying on the ground. I'm just going to check and see if I got the ore from over here. And then once we do that, I will fire an arrow in there and we can get an idea of how tough they're going to be. I think I already did this. Yes, this is where I was expecting to find the chest. Alright, I'm pretty sure if... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to get that cotton bush without activating these guys. Okay, so that one that was standing up has lain down again. If I turn on auto attack... That's a watcher. What is there a watcher doing in here? Okay, so we've got... Okay, they're tough. Very tough. But we've only got 2 here. The rest seem to have reset. That didn't happen last time. Last time they all ran back at the same time, so maybe I have lucked out. Maybe, or they've made a change. Maybe they've made a change so I think some people call it the leash. Okay, can I shoot at that rabbit, please? Why are you not working? There we go. Alright, so... Yeah, because last time I couldn't... They all would run away at once. And I'm pretty sure I retreated in the same direction because I arrived this way the first time. So, I guess that means that you are faking it. And there's 4 more. Archer. You're too far away for that, sorry. Okay, I think they might... I think they've changed their distance, because look at... that guy has fallen down. He's not dead. I know he's not dead. Well, he's a skeleton. He's not re-dead. Let's heal up a bit here before I try this again. I think something's been changed. Which is excellent if that's the case, because we couldn't do this scene at all before, despite them being yellow to me. Okay. You're not... You're faking it. Just in case. No, no, no. Okay. Wow. I think we did it. Yeah, he was hiding. I mean, I think it's kind of cool the way that they lay on the ground until they're activated. It makes them a real, in a game sense, a fun pain in the ass. You're not dead yet. Sorry, I thought you were dead. Okay. Because it does make it difficult, as you just saw, to tell which ones are dead and which ones aren't. And I like that, the little bit of uncertainty as you approach the body going, is that one really gone? Wait, no, no, it's not. It's not dead. You're not dead. Here. Oh, and there's another one. Oh, good. Okay, so you're dead. But you... Yeah, I think... Or we could... Oh, no, that one's dead, too. We could have a bug. They seem... Well, no. I just don't know. I think they must have changed something. I guess we'll find... Let's not shoot the Watcher. Is there any more? Woohoo! We did it! Oh, good. And we get a nightshade. You think there's one more up on the hill? Or is that the one you were referring to, the last one? Alright. Let's put a little light on it. Hi! What are you doing here? Can I help you? Go away. Yes, I did just try to talk to him. Hello? Treacle. Right, so that was the reward. Oh, wait, 2 nightshades. Sorry. Oh, wait, that nightshade's gone. That's it? No chest? Just a nightshade? Or 2? Come on. I can't get that one either. So, nightshades. That's basically what you get here. Thank you, Henya. I'm not so sure that I can claim that... Oh, and there's a mandrake. I'm not so sure that I can claim that this was due to skill. Because I'm not certain if they will continue to act that way, in which case... I did not too bad a job, but they may not be working properly. Or they might... I'm hoping that they are, actually. I'm hoping it's not a glitch. I'm hoping the first time that we tried them was the glitch. Where, basically... Did I die in that scene? I think I did. Because basically all 7 or 8 of them came and chased me. And I couldn't even get one of them dead before they caught up to me and killed me. So. Alright, so I'm going to look around that a little bit more. Make sure we've got everything. Don't have that much. Do I want another rabbit? No. No, I think I'm good on rabbit behinds. How are we doing for weight? Yes, I'm already overweight. So we're already gonna... Whoops. Okay. I didn't mean to do that, but I guess we'll get the rabbit. Let's go out of that mode so that doesn't happen again. Oh! That's gold. Yes. Glad I kept looking. Give me that. Hand it over. And how's the skill pool doing? Oh, we're up to 15. That's nice. They want to play hide and seek now. Yeah. So you can see why I want to get my strength up, because I'm starting to fill up really quickly. And I'm just going to double check that I didn't miss anything here. That watcher. Why is this watcher here? That just bothers me. Couldn't you, you know, like give people a warning like, hey, there's 7 skeletons hiding in the grass here. No, you're just going to stand there and watch. Like a jerk. It's not like I'm asking... Would you quit following me? It's not like I'm asking you to help or anything. Is that gold again? Yes, it is. Awesome. Alright, so I think my crafting, harvesting in the mining is almost... Well, when it gets to 60 mining proficiency, that's when I'm going to stop it. I thought it was actually almost there, but it's not. Dang it. The field dressing? That's closer. I found my bug. That's right, there's the bug. Bugs are meant to be crushed. Thinking about it. Alright, I think we're done here. Okay, so we'll be looking for another skeleton encounter then to see if this one is anomalous or is now the correct way that they worked. But first we have to go back and disassemble. Disassemble. That. Okay. You jerk. Okay, this is the 3rd one in a row. I can't get too overweight because then I won't be able to run or to fight anything. Okay, as soon as we're here, let's get into this. Okay, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, we got another one. Dang it. Okay, good. We got rid of one of them. Actually, we got 2 down. That's good. So we can slow that guy down too. Can somebody die in a fire? That would be lovely. No? Okay, running low. Gotcha. Okay, so before we collect these guys, I think we should pause a moment, heal up, and then get the last 3. Yeah, my focus is... I didn't want to loot them just yet, because as soon as I do, we're going to be moving a lot slower. Don't want to leave them too long or their behinds will disappear, but I want the metal fragment. Don't disappear on me. You know what? I can use that. Okay, sure, why not? Where are you guys going? Why am I not hitting you? Excuse me. And there's you. I'm bleeding. Okay. I think that's the last of the bandits. Alright. Now to collect the goods. I suppose if you look at it, what you get in the chest from them is probably just, you know, a bonus per se. If you're a crafter, the real treasure is what I'm getting now. The resources. And maybe that's what the devs consider it as part of the treasure. In which case, it still doesn't make sense that they have so little in their chest, but you know, I could see them having maybe a little gold or something. Like coin, I mean. Like, you know, 50 gold, 100 gold in the chest, in addition to what you get from them. More than just a couple of, you know, flowers. But without being too outrageous, because there are people that don't gather resources. Probably not a lot of them, but... Hey there, Putsaroo! Welcome to the stream. I did see you arrive in stream. I meant to say hi, and I forgot. Sorry about that. Or in the, on the game there. Loot tables are being worked on. Well, I'm sure they are. That's why I'm not saying, this sucks! Because I know they're probably working on it. And as I mentioned earlier, you probably weren't here when I mentioned it. I did say that I saw a thread where people were discussing about how poor the bandits were. Obviously, they were very unskilled as bandits because there was nothing in the chest we're speaking of. They're killed so often, how would they gather that 50 gold? Well, they're not like, they're natives to these lands, so once they're dead, they're dead. So these are different bandits every time. At least in theory. So, they could potentially actually be skilled bandits, but apparently not. Okay, so I kind of thought that I'd already gotten that, but I just wanted to double check. Let's go get this tree. And then by the time we can loop around, we should be able to get the chest. If I get pulled into a fourth encounter, I'm going to start thinking there's something up. We might have to recall out of here if we get into yet another one. At some point, I'm not going to be able to be doing my little dance with the guys by moving away from them, because I'll be too overburdened to move fast enough. And I'm clad in leather. I'm not really designed to go toe-to-toe. I try to avoid that somewhat. Okay, so we can open you, and... Ooh, actually I like the sulfurous ash, but still. They come back as skeletons. Yeah, that might explain where all the skeletons are coming from. The bandits that are being whacked on the roads. Now, if I remember correctly, we need sulfurous ash for focus potions. I, as of yet, haven't found a place to get sulfurous ash. You might just have to buy it, I don't know. I'm hoping there's a place that's within my skill level that we can potentially get some, because I do want to work on my alchemy. I can grow the garlic, I can grow the mandrake for the focus and the health potions. The corpse wax, I know where to get that. That would be Soulless Bridge, is in particular at the moment. But I do not know where to get sulfurous ash yet. Okay, I think we have everything. So now how overburdened am I? 131. Okay. Could be worse, I suppose. Alright, let's go at this exit and see if we get leapt upon a fourth time. This has never happened. This is the first time I've had... actually, it's the first time I've had 2 encounters in a row, let alone 3. I guess I'm in a hot spot. And okay. Okay. There's number 4. I mean, the experience is nice, but like I said, at some point I'm not going to be able to move anymore. Excuse me. I'm just able to keep ahead of them right now, backing up. If I pause... Okay, so I think we got... Nope, we still got 3. Now we're down to 2. Oops, that's not what I meant to press, but that's okay. Oh, now we got another one. Okay, we're down to 2. Good growthing. Okay. Need our focus back. So did we get these guys' interest already? No, there's at least 1 there. 2. So all 3 might still be there. I like approaching them from below, because I think 1 or 2 come around one side, the other one comes around the other side. Whoop, I already got their attention. Alright, is that all of them? Okay, I think that's all of them. A mandrake root. Okay, let's start collecting up the stuff. Okay, where's the rest of them? I think I led them off this direction. Now getting some gold. Coins. Can't think. Oh, no, there's another one. I was about to say, I think that's all the bodies, but no, we got a little more. Oh, there's another one over there. They're everywhere. 134. Okay, we're still able to move. Let's get the things. And how's that doing? Oh, up to 17. Not too bad. Gold. Gonna have to check my gathering tools. I may be getting close to breaking. Some of them. If we ever get back to town, I can replace the ones that are getting really low. With this many bandits, you think I've ruined this year's bandit con. That'll teach him to cosplay as a bandit. That's right. Okay. Oh, there's more over here. I did check the chest, right? Been through so many scenes now. Yes, I did. Okay. I want that. That looks like gold to me. It is. And Patsuru said hello, but I said hello in the stream there. Sorry that I didn't say hello when I meant to. I was, I think, currently being jumped by skeletons at the time. Oh yes, I'm so much slower. If there's a fifth one, there's no way I'm going to survive it. I'm going to have to just exit the scene and just try to run away along the road. Worst case, I'll exit to the overhead map. And perhaps put in a... see if this continues to happen, and if it does, then I'll do a little bit of feedback about... perhaps there should be some little timer that says if you've had an encounter the chances of you having a second one immediately are low instead of... Or there's a bug. Well, no. I'm not done. I still got trees to get. It'd be nice if they add some more encounters where you could get a little bit of silver. Like, not a lot, because well, normally, previously, the encounters were rarer. Maybe they've changed something so they're not so rare, but in which case they should reduce the amount of gold that they have in these scenes. Because now, if they're becoming this common, gold is getting a little too easy to get. Of course, I say that never having used it. Maybe I'd be like, yeah, you want all the gold you can get, and it still won't be enough. And that's probably true, so maybe I'll just shut my trap about the quantity of gold until I get a better feel and can actually give some meaningful feedback. Other than, well, basically what I just said. You were talking to someone while in guild chat. I see. Okay. Well, that was that's why I was confused about meeting you in Central Brittany. All right. Just make sure we haven't missed any goods, like important goods. And I need a little bit of light on the subject, please. I think we're done, though. Let's exit and see if we get leapt upon a 5th time, or 6th time. You can get a lot more gold than that in a mine. Fruckphrase, hello! Welcome to the stream, Fruckphrase. You have that name on purpose, don't you? So, okay, maybe it is a reasonable amount then. In that case, I go back to my earlier comment of it would be nice if you could get a little bit of silver in some of the scenes. No, crap. That is the 6th encounter in a row. I have not been able to move off this road. I think there's a problem. Okay, as much as I would like to kill these guys, I'm kind of in the center. Crap. Okay, so we have to kill them. I'm trying not to move too much because I don't think I can. Okay, here comes another one. Okay, now you. And I think we're just going to recall out of this scene because I think we're just going to continue to get more and more of them here. And not only do I have to end the stream here for this afternoon, very shortly. Once I loot this stuff, I don't think I'm going to be able to run away to even move along the road. It's going to be it. Can't recall overweight. Well, crap. See, I don't even have time on the overhead map to figure out where I am. Oh, I do have a light on. I guess we'll have to get rid of a bunch of the daggers and stuff. I mean, I would like to take them apart for their bits, but... Can I exit to the overhead map from... or exit from the game from within this scene? I guess we can find that out. Okay, do we have any more ass hattery up here that needs to be shot in the knee? Yes, we do. Oops, wrong thing. Okay. And we'll just have to hope then when I come back that we don't get leapt on by a bunch of bandits. I think I will go ahead and end this. I'll end the stream while I'm in here, so I'll finish collecting this stuff. And I'm going to do a bug report saying that I think perhaps the number of encounters that can leap upon you one after the other should be adjusted. Either there should be a check for it to say if you've already had X number of encounters in the same exact spot, you actually won't have one for a little bit. Because this is, what, the 6th one? I've lost count, to be honest. I think it's the 6th one. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like all the goods, and I actually want lots of encounters, so that, you know, I enjoy them right now more than I enjoy going into the scenes like West Ravenswood, where they've upped the spawn rates, unless they've adjusted them. We haven't been able to get there to find out today. It's possible they've adjusted the spawn rates already. I don't know, because I haven't been able to check. But anyway, like I said, well, people that have watched my channel before know that I like to be able to control a scene, or like whatever game I'm in. I like to be able to. I don't mind the initial, you know, fight and whatever to control the area, but once you control it, oh, that's not it. I got some more sulfur. Oh, at this rate, I'm gonna have enough sulfuric ash to make one potion. I like to control it. So once you've gone through the initial scrum of clearing it out, I like to be able to control it, because then I can relax and I can look around. And when I can't relax and look around, then I don't enjoy that particular. I don't enjoy that play style. I don't enjoy the here's some more, here's some more, here's some more, here's some more. Oh, you gotta. Oh, here's some more, here's some more. 2 seconds to breathe. Here's some more, here's some more. Oh, you're dead. I don't enjoy that kind of gameplay. A lot of people do. That's why roguelikes are very popular. 7 Days to Die keeps throwing more and more stuff at you till you die. You know, that sort of thing. Some people enjoy that style of play, and that's perfectly fine. I do not. Because I have enough stress in my life without having it in my games, too. 35 bandits and 8 skeletons. Have you been counting, Hanya? That's awesome. If you have, thank you very much for counting. That way in my bug I can say 35 skeletons, or 35 bandits and 8 skeletons, literally, basically in a row, from 6 scenes, is a little scary. Particularly in a game that is in early access, like this one. This one is. I always try to keep in mind that my playstyle is not everybody's playstyle. So when I'm giving feedback, I try to keep that in mind, so I'm not just saying, well, this doesn't work for my playstyle, so it sucks and you need to change it, because that's the wrong attitude to take. You should explain that it doesn't work with your playstyle, whatever it is that you're. And if that's intentional, then, you know, the feedback is just saying, well, okay, then you're definitely not going to appeal to people that play the way I do. But if you are intending to appeal to people that play the way I do, then you might want to take a look at that. Whatever that is. There is a stuck command. I'm not sure if it's /stuck or not. I guess you can try it and find out. I've never had to use it yet. Oh, it did work. Excellent. There's gold in them nar hills, indeed, hang ya. Indeed there is. Well, it's not really a hill. Outcropping. Alright, I think we're almost done. Which is good because I'm getting very, very slow. Do want to... Oh, wait, no. There's some cotton right there. I want it. I want that cotton. It's my cotton. I want it! Now I just need to pick it up. It's heavy cotton. Hi, rabbit. You're lucky I don't... Oh, wait. Was that a... No, it's not. Okay, I think I've been to all the rock outcroppings. I think we've collected all the goods. Okay, let's try the bug command. It's the first time I've done it. There we go. Okay, so what it does is it actually flips you out to the Release 35 bug forum. Okay, so I'm going to report that. I thought it would actually put information. So let's do the loc. Did that give me any information? There we go. Some information. The following has been added to your system clipboard for convenience and pasting. I think it's supposed to say, thank you for helping to test Shroud of the Avatar, and please post the following as a reply to an existing bug or a new thread. Thank you. And then they give you this. And does it... Oh, it does give that information? Awesome. So I can just paste that in. So that's how that works. Okay, so I'm going to exit to the overland map. Exit the game. And then when I come back in, I'll be in the overland map, and hopefully I can make it back. So let's try exiting to the menu. Because I have 3 minutes left. Let's see if this works. Yes, well, I might as well leave now. There's nothing else in the scene that I'm in. And we'll see if we can actually get back in and... Plains Road encounter. Your character is still in the game. You may want to resume. Okay, we're waiting. We're waiting for me to leave. Alright. So let's try start on world map and see if we get jumped for a 7th time. Because that'd be more information for the bug report. If I get jumped a 7th time. Ah! Crap. Alright. I don't think I can log out when and I don't think it's a good idea to log out, so I'm going to have to try to fight this. I don't see any choice at the moment, and... yeah. Oops. Careful. Come on. Okay, I put the bow away. Where is my light? There it is. So you guys can see my imminent demise. Okay, this is not good. Auto attack. Let's see if I can pull these guys away. Okay, we're down to 2. Stun them. Okay. Alright, let's pause for a moment and get our health back. Especially as I'm currently bleeding. Right. Yeah, we're gonna have to drop these all off in the chest. I don't see any choice. Because if I... The thing is, I think right now you can't even outrun these guys. Or at least you couldn't. As of the last forum posts I've read, people saying you just can't get away from them. So I might have a problem. Let's wait for the focus to get up. Hey, how'd that guy over there know? I didn't hear him yell. I'll grab everything that's here, but I wonder... Can I put stuff on the body? I don't... So, like, can I take this gold? And can I give this guy all these rusty daggers? I cannot leave items here. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to leave that one on that guy. Of course, it makes it a little difficult for me to tell who I've looted and who I haven't. So, I'll do the other ones, and then... I sure hope we can put them in the chest, otherwise I'll have to break them down individually. Okay, so we still got the 3 up here to deal with. I wonder if you can batch destroy something, which is probably rather dangerous. Destroy selected items, you can. Okay. I hate doing it, but I don't think we have a choice. Because I am so overweight. What am I at here? See, these actually give more. I'm not going to get rid of the short bows. Those I can actually get wood scraps from. Ah, they're just so heavy though. Alright, we'll get rid of 2 more of these. And that should allow me to... I'm now underweight, so I'm not... Woohoo! I can move again. Okay. Okay. Could you target him, please? Thank you. Actually, let's just... Oops. There we go. Okay. I think that's it. Alright, so let's loot this one again, and then I'm just going to log out because these are very poor ones. No stuff at all. what I'd like to do is see if when we come back, if after my 2-hour break when I'm back in this evening, see if we log into the same thing and the same situation or not. Because if we do, then that's something else I can report. They should have a little campfire up here, don't you think? I mean, it's where they're keeping their chest. Or at least maybe further back so it's not visible from the road. You know, don't want to ruin their ambush that has them standing in plain view on the side of the road, but, you know, maybe they're just learning. And I am aware it's after my normal time of stopping, but what can you do? I'll also do a bug again so we get the latest thing. So this is encounter 7. And if Hang is still there, maybe you can give me a current bandit account so I can include it in the bug report. So 35 as of the last one. And what is there? 7 or 8 guys here? Oh, you just arrived? Okay. I will, I'll say 40 plus bandits then, since I don't know the precise number. I mean, getting a decent amount of gold, but and wood. "42 bandits. There we go. Thank you. 42 bandits, 8 skeletons, and 7 encounters in a row. There's my trees. They just arrived, so there's nothing in the chest. Yeah, well, if they would quit arriving, it would be nice. You know, at least give me a chance to go and empty my pockets before the next batch comes along. It's all that metal scrap that I had to throw away really bruises my hoarding nature that I had to do that. As it is, if I end up being forced to recall, I'm probably going to have to throw away some granite just so I can recall. If, when I come back in 2 hours, I'm still stuck in this scene. The thing is, I can't even tell you where I am on the overhead map unless I go back into the... I'd have to go back to the original stream and take a screenshot and say, this is the best I can tell you as to where this is occurring, because I can't actually stay on the overhead map long enough to look at it and tell you where I am. Alright. Okay. Wow. Alright, so /bug again, so we get make sure all that's in the list. And let's exit. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching this afternoon. I hope you enjoyed the stream and me being trapped. I will see you guys, hopefully, in a couple of hours. Actually, it'll be an hour and 15 minutes when I resume this evening in Shroud of the Avatar. And even if I don't see you, in any case, you have a great night. And I'll see you another time by the stream. See you later. Bye.